Hello, everybody. Welcome to BESM Worlds, the anime short shot show. Welcome back. It has been a few weeks. Apologize for that. We've been having some issues on all of our sides. We're going to try to hammer them out for when we do a couple of these more in the future, you know? But today we're going to at least come in and finish up our Cowboy Bebop game. So if you missed last week's exciting adventures, why don't we have our two characters at least introduce themselves, and then I'll give a brief...
Last month's? You said last week's.
it's the saying, you know, it's like, what happened last week on the show, you know, kind of
No,
thing.
they say last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. It's like Dragon Ball, Budo Tenskai, Z, Fighter 7 or something. I don't know. Add more subtitles.
Yeah, they usually say last time.
Anyway, so characters. Oh, sorry, wrong direction on the camera. Introduce your guys' selves. We'll start with Wyrm, your character.
My character is Haley Pliskin. He used to be a cop. Now he's not. Because reasons.
What reasons?
Basically the corruption. He didn't like the corruption, and he figured he could do more good with being a bounty hunter instead of being a cop.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Tiv, your character.
My guy's name is Slarn. He is an ex-thief who is missing an arm because of a deal gone bad. And he figured, well, bounty hunters get paid a decent amount, and I know they're pretty much always going to try to kill me. Safer, probably.
Mm-hmm. All right. So our last exciting episode, Slarn and Haley went aboard their ship, the Gillespie, and headed for the Tijuana asteroid, with hopes of capturing Jonathan Cho, a notorious criminal who's now got a pretty big bounty on his head for theft and murder over on Mars. There they managed to contact another of folks. They made a deal with a criminal, well, former criminal, head of the Burning Sun gang, who used to be tied to it more. But anyway, he eliminated a problem that they couldn't take care of directly, of some children of government officials who were doing some very, very bad things to people. Kind of had gone like, you know, murder happy, and their parents were covering it up on them. And they're like, look, we want to keep their peace, so you guys taking care of them, not a problem. They took care of it. They saved a young girl who had been being tormented by them. And we've left off that now the criminal element in the city, especially the Burning Sun gang, which Jonathan has ties to, will not get involved. So we left off that our group is now planning to basically figure out how to capture him tomorrow when he's supposed to be arriving. Alright, so you will spend an uneventful night in in good old Tijuana here. After it is done and morning comes, what is your exact plans? You know that he's coming into the main starport tomorrow, and you know that the criminal elements at least will not get in your way.
Well,
you do have a couple of options, and you just which one you want to, where you want to go after him, and in what mannerism.
Was he worth more alive, or was he same dead or alive?
I mean, traditionally, I think you want them alive most of the time. Bounties. Not that you couldn't take them dead if necessary. It's just, I think alive is preferred for most bounties anyway.
Okay. We could. He's coming into the spaceport.
Mhm.
Uh,
As far as you know from there, he's going to head into the city and try to meet with his contacts in the Burning Sun gang.
we just ambush him at the spaceport. Not sure how well that would go. Be expecting that though. It might be more of a surprise to him if we ambush him while he's meeting with his gang.
And they
Was the
won't
burning s-
interfere.
Yeah.
What were you gonna ask, Tantus?
Oh. Nothing?
Oh no. Worm started to ask something.
Ah.
To you.
Oh.
Is what I was
Yes.
Well, basically, I was gonna ask like, yeah, I was gonna say maybe we could ask to be the contact.
Okay.
Would the Burning Sun gang let us do that to catch him?
You could try. That certainly is not a bad plan.
What do you think, Slarn?
It all depends on what we can learn from them. Because if we don't learn quickly where the money is, then they're going to have to find out as part of our deal.
Oh yeah, part of it was we wanted to get the money's location and tell the gang, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so paying to be a contact might be good because we can get some information.
Okay.
Although I'm not the best slick talker.
Mm-hmm. Alright. You can go to the Burning Sun gang pretty easily. You know where to meet with them. One of their officers, Zing. Zin will kind of meet with you.
The Burning Suns were the one we went to last time, right? Or was that a different game?
Yeah.
You went
Yeah, yeah.
technically to Manny, who's sort of like works with them because he's a former
Okay.
he's a former officer. You know, he retired basically.
Mhm.
So he had good contact, and he has contacts with most of the gangs in the city. Burning Sun control the majority of the city and are basically the head gang, but that doesn't mean there are other ones that wouldn't take advantage of situations and would vie for power. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll basically say, yeah, so we know he's coming here. We think we could, because why was he going to meet with the Burning Sun game? Did we find that out last time?
He's got some affiliation with there. You don't know the exact reason behind the affiliation, but you know he does.
Okay. They stole the money, he's going to them. I doubt he'd obviously have the money on him if he's coming from the spaceport. I don't think he'd be that dumb.
We could still have him meet with the original contact, and we would just sit in as guards,
That could work.
like
Mm.
Manny had.
We would be guards. If he did anything, we would get him.
The man named Zin will. Is this what you're suggesting to him?
Well, we're discussing this before we bring
Yeah.
up the idea.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that wouldn't be bad. Then that leaves the getting of the information to them, and then we get our bounty. Neither of us interfere with each other.
On top of that, they know that we're not trying to screw them over.
Yeah. It's not a bad plan.
Okay.
Works for me.
All right.
Yeah, so that's the idea we'll bring up to
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like Sidon's bodyguards.
Zin will kind of like look you over carefully. Like, look, dealing with Johnny Boy would be too much trouble for us. A heat what we don't really need. So yes, we'll go with Manny's plan. I'm not sure about this one. You're trying to get us involved in your sting operation? Don't like it. We aren't pals.
We just thought you'd like the to be able to get the information from him yourself. Keeps us from no double crossing.
I have doubts he would tell us where all of his money is. He's probably got a percentage that he's willing to offer up to us in order for our protection. But your deal basically is more of it. Pretty much all of it. Which is fine by us. Of course, our good friend Manny has his finder fee, which we are all but willing to pay in this case. Getting rid of trouble, getting some extra money, well. But I doubt he would have it easy to find. Why would he travel with it on him? We aren't the kind of element.
I wouldn't expect him to travel with it on him either. That's why I think it would be. But I feel like two people. I mean, I don't think you'd want to teach us the ins and outs of the gang so we could pretend to be you and not raise suspicion. It'd be easier if the gang did that.
Well, I can leave it to you to get the information out of him. Just know that if this deal goes south for us, you won't be leaving the station.
Very well. We'll make sure that you can get as much money from this as you can.
He'll kind of like, just kind of like sneer at you a little bit and then head on his way. All right. So you are going to arrange to meet him probably little after morning, probably around the time that Jonathan's supposed to be coming into the port and sort of set up. So, night goes fine. You can easily meet with him. It's a business that's like a restaurant. It serves some like mixture of multinational cuisines here. It seems to be probably a front for his gang to a degree. There are also a number of other bodyguards around and people with weapons that aren't being the most. They aren't hiding the fact that they're armed as well as you would hope they would be. They're like, it's sort of like they still are like concealed partially, but you definitely can spot that, like, oh, yeah, he's got a weapon. Gentlemen, come sit down. Order anything you'd like. This is on us, at least. Well, I'll warn you, I will conduct my business as normal, and, well, how about this? We were going to plan to turn him down anyway. I'm sure he was worried that might happen, and whatever percentage he was planning to bring to us is enough he's willing to part with. In this case, I know these situations, he'll probably attempt to bribe us to at least get to leave safely. The same amount he would have been offering for us to take care of him. But he should know that he has a very small chance of actually getting in with us. So, I would suggest you spring your trap while escorting him out of the place.
Very well.
But please, not within the restaurant.
Very well.
So he'll sit down, he'll order some food, he'll just be eating something. If you guys are going to order anything, or you're just going to sit there?
If we're going to be, like, bodyguards, probably sit there.
Okay.
I kind of motion to Haley to like hide the back of your neck, kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, like the.
Okay.
Their tattoos were at the base of their neck.
Yeah.
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 All right. So a little while will go by, and a familiar-looking kind of squirrely man will kind of pop in. It looks like he's hastily like taken off a disguise of some kind. Probably as soon as he kind of hit the streets and got out of the port, he kind of got out of disguise, you would say. So it looks a little like he looks a little disheveled. He'll kind of squirrel up. He's got a kind of a bag in hand, kind of like put it down on the table and sit down. Ah, good to see you, Zing. It's been a while. Ah, cousin. How good to see you. So, what brings you out our way once again? Look, I'm sure you may have heard some things, and I was hoping that I could get some passage to the outer systems. Or, well, he kind of pushed the bag a little. Just,
Can I say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have gotten a hotel room in a shady place that wouldn't ask much questions,
Mm-hmm.
and like paid for like a couple nights.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. It's fine.
for yeah, basically I would have told Slarn this, but it's kind of like, yeah, if we might want to try looking into getting more information out of him, it might be good to work it out of him before we turn him in.
Indeed.
Makes sense.
All right. Look, Jonathan, I'm afraid that I don't think we can help you out this day. You are very hot commodity, and I would not like the officers coming down upon us. We do not have nearly enough context to worry about them. They are very angry at you. Very angry. I'm sure our grandmother would be very disappointed in you. You should have gone into business with us. Would not have had such a large score. But we would not be in this situation. No, cousin. I'm afraid we cannot help you. Though, I can ensure safe passage out of our city. And perhaps out of our systems. Beyond that, any passage would be as safe as you can secure for yourself. You'll see Jonathan kind of like his like composure change over to sort of angry. He'll kind of take the bag he had. He'll kind of throw it down at the table, and he'll kind of burst out with like money flying all over the place. You know, he'd be like, "Take it! I should have known you would not have been a help." He just kind of spits on the floor. Family ties mean nothing to one such as yourself. I would have never gone into business with you. And you do not invoke grandmother's name. If we meet again, I hope you rot. He'll kind of begin to storm out.
We'll escort him to an extent.
Okay, so you can kind of walk with him.
You know, make sure he doesn't do anything on his way. You know, like look like we're trying to make sure he's not doing anything on his way out.
Okay. He'll look like he's kind of heading out. He looks to have some kind of vehicle outside, probably something that he rented. He's kind of like moving over towards it.
What kind of vehicle?
I can't remember. I think we looked up what the cars' names were. Like standard model. You know, I cannot remember what they were called anymore now. We talked about it last time, and I should have made a note of that. But it seemed like something it seemed like something that might not have come up again, but I forgot. Anyway, it's the standard car models for this universe kind of thing. Probably
I assume
a little.
he would have had blacked out windows, at least.
Probably not, because it looks like something he just rented, and they probably don't have a lot of blacked out windows like for rent here. The place isn't big enough that there's a lot of vehicles, but you get the feeling that most likely the use of a vehicle would be something like taking because the port is a little distance. There's transport between like where the port is and the town itself, because it's like it's on the edge of the dome, you know. So you could either drive yourself, or which is a little more expensive, or you could take the transports in, which is not so expensive. He probably drove himself in this case.
All right. When he goes to get in the vehicle, like when he's starting to sit down, I quickly hop in the back seat.
Well, as soon as he gets to the door and starts to open it, you hear, "Freeze! Jonathan Cho, you're under arrest!" As these group of cops pop out with this kind of chubby-looking man who does not look like a police officer, kind of getting out. And you hear him yell, "Yes! That must be the man! That's the one that burned my cute little boy!"
I grab Cho by the neck and his left arm, because I'm assuming I was behind him, and sweep his leg out from under him, pushing his face to the ground.
Okay.
They're arresting us.
No,
not if we do this right.
Anyway, I didn't say that. I just was making sure I had a character.
He's got bodyguards!
Okay.
Shoot them all! They killed my boy!
As I'm holding him down.
Wait. Oh, are they saying
You
Okay.
get the feeling that this is more than likely the mayor.
Yeah.
Well, I know this is the mayor.
Yeah.
That's not the... But are they pointing to us as the person?
Yes, they're pointing to you. They pointed at Jonathan Cho, and he's like, he must have done this, assuming that he came in earlier, because apparently someone in the government knew he was coming in, just not when exactly, and he's making the assumption that you guys are his bodyguards.
Okay, yeah, then I... Okay. So, yeah, you take him down then. You try and, like, trip him, basically, right?
Yeah.
Jonathan Cho?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the plan.
He does not see it coming. You can just get him to go fall down and, like, flat on his face pretty easily. He was surprised by the entire, like, freeze, there's cops around.
Yeah. And, yeah, so you take him down. I'm gonna pull out my gun and point it at his head.
Oh yeah, pull out an actual weapon in front of a bunch of paranoid cops. You've
All right.
never dealt with scared cops, have you?
So some gunfire's heading towards you guys. I'm just gonna roll a couple of shots here.
Yes, we're bodyguard. Okay. Anyway, I figured.
Okay. The shots are gonna hit into the car. There's a couple of bullets that are gonna land in the car as they begin to open fire. These cops don't look like super elite anyway. Some of them look like they could probably have been just sitting around most of the day. You are in crime central, so they don't tend to mess with the gangs a lot. Anyway, so the car is beginning to be riddled with some bullets. What are you guys doing?
Flashbang, please.
Yeah, I was gonna throw a flashbang towards the cops, and then try and throw Jonathan and Cho into the car.
All right. Make it. I guess making a generalized sort of attack roll to get it in a nice area around the cops.
Okay. I mean, I actually have a flashbang attack.
Yes. Then I guess use your flashbang attack. It won't be difficult to get in a good spot, but you still might, you still want to get it like right in a good middle between all the cops that are like set up. All right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of chuck it in the middle of all the cops. It kind of lands, blasts out with its light, and they're all like kind of like blinded. I guess the lot of you are throwing him in the car and trying to make a getaway.
Yep.
Okay.
That's apparently the plan now.
I mean, if they're gonna be dumb about it, might as well. We want our bounty. We don't want the cops to get the bounty.
And they want to take him dead, not alive, anyway.
Yeah.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like thinking, at the moment, saving this guy is kind of something we want to do. But that's what I'm thinking. Just
okay, so you kind of throw him in the car. He's like shocked about what's going on still, kind of dazed for a moment. Who's driving?
I have vehicles. I have at least a minor vehicle skill.
And on top of that, he has both his arms.
Good point.
You're like, good point.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the back with Jonathan, like, hands still on his throat, back of the neck, rather, in case he does anything.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys slam into the car. It begins peeling out as there's some more gunfire you hear, but it's like it's definitely going high and stuff. And then as you're beginning like leave, you hear after them as a couple of vehicles start screeching out behind you. Then, and you are in a car chase officially now.
And I'm glad I picked a little bit of a piloting skill.
All right. So
Do you have oil slick too?
I mean, this is a okay. This game's like a space opera. Honestly, I figured it would. I think this is kind of appropriate dramatically.
Yes.
So I don't care. I think this will be fun.
Mm-hmm. All right.
One shot.
Yes. It's a bunch of...
Hand me your gun.
I tossed it. No, I'll hand it to you. I don't want him to catch it.
You see Jonathan's like, what's going on? Who are you guys? Who got killed?
I quickly whap him inside the head, shoot out the back window. Here's your gun, smoke grenade.
I'll hand it to you.
Pop it, set it in the back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So a lot
The
of
best smoke screen we can get.
It's like kind of billowing into the car a little bit too. Make me a vehicle check, then.
We could roll down a window and I'll go out the back.
Ouch!
Ooh, okay. So you're kind of driving along. You're like hitting stuff. You're not making much headway. I'm gonna make a couple of attack rolls on you guys.
That was a bad roll. I want to point out
Isn't that bad?
Okay.
Yeah, but the dice roll was a 1 and a 2.
Yes. Okay. So the car gets shot a few times. It doesn't look like anything major's damaged. Jonathan basically gets like winged a little bit. He's like, holy crap! Can I shoot them too? I can't see anything. You guys in the back seat, you're just covered in smoke because your cars just can't travel fast enough to keep it from billowing in there too. Like you're in the front seat and you're like kind of like have the windows down as like smoke's kind of billowing by you. You're all like coughing a bunch too, probably now.
My piloting's better.
Okay.
Do you have a gun, Jonathan?
Yeah! Can I shoot it now? God, you guys are rough!
Give me the gun.
You only have an arm! Don't you have one?
Give me the gun.
No! God, I don't care if my cousin asked you guys to look after me. Don't be so rough.
You're a real bitch for just robbing a bank.
Look. I know what you're talking about. Oh, God.
Hey, Haley, what other ordnance you got?
Like, uh, flashbang concussion grenade, although that's less useful for actual.
So a bunch of non-lethal.
Yeah, we're bounty hunters taking people. Or I don't say this, but it's like, I'm just saying, like, out of game. We're bounty. I was, I've made a bounty hunter, non-lethal takedown.
And sometimes you have to explode things.
That's what guns are for. Lethal.
Fine. Pull up horizontally to an alley. Stop it. We will get out the side so it blocks the alley, and we'll fucking book it. Hopefully they won't see because of the smoke.
No. Keep going. I know someone with a place outside in the desert. If we can lose them, we can get there. Look, you guys, I'll give you a big chunk of the money I got. We're heading for that.
Okay. Hold on tight.
I already
his
paid off my
plan.
cousin, so I'll contact him once I leave the station that, I'm all right and alive.
Better.
So I wouldn't try anything about me, but I'm willing to pay you guys off a big chunk, so maybe you could leave the organization yourselves.
Yeah,
Fuck it,
hold
listen
on
to
tight.
him.
Okay, as the smoke begins to waft down, and you manage to sort of maneuver a little bit better. It's it looks like the one vehicle kind of let me roll a couple d6s here. Okay, yeah. Oh god, yeah, one of the vehicles kind of hits what would be like a food stand or something, careens out of control and hits a building. The other one is getting real close, so now as the smoke's clearing out, you got a set of cops behind you, like one of them leaning out the window kind of shooting. You can see this is the one with the mayor in the back seat kind of pointing, get them! You there! Jump on them! He's like, what? Okay, so you see poor Rookie Joe is now struggling to almost crawl out of the vehicle a little bit. He's having a hard time as the mayor's kicking him in the butt to try to get him out. Up on the roof or something. What are you guys doing now? Oh, Tiv, what's your character doing? I guess we're gonna have a shot out over here. Okay. Jonathan's gonna take a shot at the vehicle, kind of crack the windshield on the other car a bit, kind of missing the driver. Still kind of dealing with the smoke.
I'm going to slide out of the back windshield a little bit, so I'm kind of sitting, holding on to the trunk.
Yeah.
And just be kind of waiting for if Rookie Joe comes over.
Okay. All right. Wyrm, why don't you give me another vehicle check? Let's see how well you're doing. All right, you're doing pretty good. I'm going to roll a d6 over here. Okay, you're beginning to pull away a little bit from them, kind of making your getaway. You're making the turns just a little better than them. Rookie Joe is going to continue his thing. He's kind of gets up on top now. He's kind of balancing a little bit. He's kind of holding on to the car with the open, using one of the open windows to stabilize. As a couple of shots ring out from the other officers in the car, kind of hitting your car a little bit. It looks like it sounds like one of them's aiming for one of your tires and just barely misses it, kind of hitting the back end of your car as you're kind of on a turn. It sounds like it hits your hubcap kind of thing. Tim, what are you doing? I'm gonna have Jonathan's gonna take a shot. Jonathan's actually gonna tag one of the guys leaning out the window, a little bit in the shoulder. So he's he dropped his gun. Idiot! Don't you have other weapons? Kill them!
Shit, I'm not sure what I can do except for hold on and wait.
you're You're just like sitting there. It's like, you know, like, you're standing off with like, you know, Rookie Joe's like out on there. He's like, he kind of like feels like he wants to aim his gun, but he's like also looking like, because you hear the mayor like thumping the top of like the roof, like jump at them. You can get them. We'll get close in a minute. Don't worry.
Can I try and shake the guy off the roof?
He's not on.
No
your
one's
roof yet.
on our roof.
He's on the other car's roof. He's about. He's
okay.
prepping to like leap on you if they get close, kind of thing, you know.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna
make another driving check for me, Wyrm. Unless there's something else you want to do also.
There we go.
Okay. So you begin to actually. Okay. They kind of. Now that they don't have the smoke screen, you know, it's kind of cleared out. They're not really blocked in their vision, but you're managing to, like, you know, they take a turn very badly. You can see them kind of, like, hit into something a little bit while they're still kind of, like, losing sight on you. You see poor Rookie Joe kind of... Let me check something here. Okay, poor Rookie Joe.
God.
You just see him kind of, like, as they kind of hit the thing, you see him go flying and, like, go through the window of some kind of house, you know? And just kind of disappear into there. No, you idiots! Shoot them!
I'm having a little trouble holding on now because I'm laughing so hard.
Okay, a couple shots from there. Jonathan shoots back, doesn't really seem to hit anything. At the kind of jolt, kind of like ruins where he was aiming for. One of their shots does manage to get a little lucky and seems like hit your car a little bit, kind of shattering your windshield. So it's like it kind of like goes through the back windshield, kind of like go right by you, Tiv. So it's not like you got like kind of cracks across the windshield, making it a little difficult to see. All right, what are you guys doing? You've made some headway of getting away from them, but they're still on your tail to a degree.
Well, since he's so distracted with driving, I'll slide back in and move up to the front and kick out the windshield for him.
Okay. Give me a body check then, we'll say, to kick out the windshield. Okay, yeah. You just kind of like reach back and you just like get a real good kick and just like thwam, as like the like windshield as kind of crack just kind of pops out the rest of the way a little bit. It's probably not all the way disattached, but he can now probably see a lot easier than he was just a second ago. So it's still like attached, but it's sort of like you made it kind of like thump off, and his like side is like a lot easier to see through again. Wyrm, if you want to give me another driving check, definitely.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid any negatives for you.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
And Wyrm, if you want to do any kind of special maneuvers or something, just let me know.
Yeah, like I was I mean, it's like, you know, basically when they hit the thing, I would have liked to duck into a side street, basically, just to kind of make it break line of sight as best as possible.
Yeah, you're definitely getting it that it's a lot harder for them to keep up with you.
Yeah.
They're still managing to sort of like barely keep in range of you, sort of like you haven't completely lost them, and it looks like at least this turn they've maintained it. They've maintained at least, you know, the same sight as they were. You're not getting any farther away, but you are beginning to break off, basically. You're pretty close to, maybe like if you could outclass them one more time, you might be able to break away and figure out a place to go to get out of the way.
Roughly how many seconds behind are they?
Like not that many. Well, because it is like you're going at pretty decent speeds through the streets, kind of thing. You're like narrowly avoiding like traffic and people and things like that. And these aren't the biggest streets. Fortunately, there's not a huge amount of cars, so you just guys tend to also like hit into a lot of things. Still, both vehicles.
Flashbang.
Flashbang. Handed.
Slide back out the back, pop it, and pretty much just throw it straight up.
Okay.
Not super high, but, you know, so it'll be somewhat in the air when it goes off.
All right. Roll me a combat attack check of some kind. Just a combat check, I guess we'll say. Well, actually, you're trying to just get it into a good point, so why don't we roll me a body check at least? We'll say. Let's say we're trying to get this a nice toss into the air, you know, kind of thing, rather than just tack a point. Okay. Let me check something here. All right. So there's like a big flash, and the kind of car kind of careens out of the way. There's a couple more shots that ring off on either side before.
Also, flashbang's
Hopefully with
duration is
negatives.
3. I forget what that means.
It's
But I
kind of,
think
it's,
that's
it's bright in the air for a little while.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that it would affect.
No.
the
The sensory
turn.
block ability is 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're blinded.
for a little while. Yeah.
So hopefully those have some negatives.
Okay. So there's like you kind of like shove your eyes as like there's some shots ring out, and there's like the big flash, and then you hear this flash and then a pop. Wyrm, roll me another vehicle check.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't know what happens to them, but you guys sort of careen a little bit as all of a sudden you feel like control has been partially lost. You're still driving, you manage not to completely crash, but one of your tires just got shot out. They seem to be not so lucky as you kind of like turn another corner, like barely turning a corner, and you don't see them following you right now. So what do you guys want to do?
Duration 3 is 1 minute.
Yeah,
Not bad.
No.
Especially when driving, that's really good.
Yes. Well, as far as you know, they're either something happened and you don't see them following you, but your vehicle now has a flat in the back, basically.
Yeah. Well, we don't care about this car. We can drive on flat for a little bit.
All right.
It's a rental.
It's a rental.
Which we're probably also going to abandon and never come back to.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Jonathan's like, maybe we should get another vehicle or just walk or something. We don't know if there's any more cops in the area.
Yeah, where would we have parked our vehicle? Because I assume we have one.
Well, you've been like racing through city streets, so you are in a part of town you've probably never been in at this point in time.
They don't have GPS?
I mean, I'm sure this model probably doesn't. It's probably
most rental cars have GPS nowadays.
It's cheap. And
That's fair.
You're in a colony, so it's like there isn't really need like a global position because you're in a city. You probably have like, something you can check out on like a phone or something, or like what's equivalent to a phone, to see what's where. But, just generally speaking, you'd have to.
Fair. Don't they use the like CCTVs? Wait, no. Is this something? Wait, the CC
CC
closed
circuit,
yeah, like the
television.
cathode. I'm thinking like the CRT, something like that. Because I'm trying to remember, like in the show, like what kind of TV they had, and I think it was like cathode ray.
Mm-hmm.
Like the.
Yeah. You could definitely find out where you are. It wouldn't take long, but at the moment, just like as you're still driving and going along, you're just like,
Yeah.
where the fuck are we?
Yeah, probably good to pull over in some back alley, get out, and walk to wherever we're going at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You mean run?
Mm-hmm.
Run a little bit, then walk.
Yeah.
Because the car is like probably got a couple of bullet holes, which are probably not doing anything great to it. A flat tire, missing its back and front windshield. It's probably still like billowing a little bit of smoke too.
Well, it's probably billowing smoke from more than one place now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll chuck it and.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. At least. I'm glad my cousin sent you guys. Oh. 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 All right. I know my way around here. Where are we? We just gonna head out there? Okay, come on, follow me. I can lead us. It's only a short walk through the desert. Only about an hour or two.
We do have a vehicle. I say, of our own.
Too distant.
It is
I'd
quite a
rather
ways.
just get there.
That's fair.
Okay.
Because that's kind of if anything, it's back the way we came, which is not a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So you can accompany him out of town. He does seem to have an idea about this place. He probably has some, he had ties to the major gang here. Family. He knows his way around Tijuana just a little bit. He'll lead you out of town, into like the kind of scrubland desert area outside of town. Along some old paths, it looks like. And eventually, after a couple hours wandering out that way, you will come across what looks to be some kind of shack. Okay, gentlemen. Thank you all for your help. It looks like we've shaked the police. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get out of this place. Oh boy. Would you happen to know any other ways to get out of the spaceport? No. Clever disguises. We'll all have clever disguises. I have some stuff for that. There we go. It'll probably work. Come on. If you guys come out with me, I'm willing to drop you off some other asteroid with all that money I was promising you guys. And look, you guys are really nice, and if you want to come with me, I can share some information I've got. That might help.
Yeah.
Look. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't. They think I did the murders. But they blame me, and I saw the murders and stole all the money and took advantage of it.
Who did commit the murders?
I don't know. I just took advantage of everything.
Wait, so where was this crime committed? Was it
At a bank.
is it in this colony though, or was it?
It was at Mars.
Mars, and we're on
An asteroid in the asteroid belt.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I was casing the joint, and some guy in a mask opened fire. I snuck in and stole some stuff. The guy shot outside, killed some cops. I took that opportunity. He left his mask behind after he did that. Disappeared somewhere. I don't know where. I took that opportunity. I thought I could intimidate the cops by looking like him. And it sort of worked. Had a hostage for a short while. Nice lady. One of the tellers. Thought I was the shoot-up guy. Dropped her off. But they found out who I was. Look, guys, I ain't no killer. Well, not in the sense of cold-blooded type, you know? I want to just kill that dude like the man that got shot inside the bank. That was cold-blooded. Execution style.
Mind if I talk to my friend for a moment?
Sure. Look, it's millions. Millions, I tell you. You'll be rich.
I just need to figure out what to do here. Step outside right with you. Just be like, what are your thoughts?
That he's an idiot.
Yes. But I wouldn't feel as good about sending him if, since he didn't do what they say he did.
Still a payday to me.
I mean, either way, sure.
What size clothes do you guys wear?
Small.
All right.
Large.
Okay. What kind of hair color are you partial to? Want to be a redhead? I got redhead.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I kind of always wanted to try blonde.
Oh, I got one of those.
Anyway, so what? Double cross him, or just take his money, leave?
Double cross. We have to get his money for the people, otherwise we're not leaving.
Fair. Well, okay, very well.
So
Step back.
You're stepping back aside. Okay, he's like, look, I got these great disguises. I'm really good at this part of things. So I'll put things together for you guys. We'll look really nice, and we'll just sneak on through the port to get to my vehicle. I do still have some false papers. I'll just say that you're some friends that are coming back with me. That's fine. Right? Probably. We're just going to my ship. And we just happen to leave in my ship.
Is your ship recognizable?
Probably not. It's just something I managed to get from an old friend on Mars. Got me this far. Probably can't get me too much farther. Not to the outer rim, outer colonies, but might be able to get to another asteroid at least. One that they're not shooting at me.
Is he still armed?
As far as you know, yes. He put his gun away after the firefight had been done.
Any way I can see it?
He just has it. Well, I mean, he's just, you know where he took it out from. He's got it like, breast kind of in it, like his jacket or something. Like a breast holster in his jacket.
Again, can I make a roll for it? See
Sure.
if I notice a bulge.
Yeah, mind.
Alright, and I get a bonus with this because of heightened awareness.
Okay. Alright, yeah. I mean, you had an idea of where it was to begin with. You can sort of tell where it is, definitely.
Huh.
Oh. That should have been up. Oops.
And lastly, what is this thing called? As part of my combat technique, judge opponent. Can I take him?
He seemed like he was an okay shot, but he's not really the toughest guy. Probably not the smartest either. I would say the chances are yes. If you really, really wanted to.
Alright, I go half walking past him, and I turn on the drain mind part. Put my hand on his shoulder and just in real quick.
Okay. Alright, roll the attack roll still. It's just not gonna... let me just roll something here. He's just gonna have a penalty right now. Oh my god!
I beat it by 12, I think.
Yes. Yes, you certainly did. Because he only rolled double once.
I'm not trying to kill him.
Yeah.
I would have put it in a very not killing part.
Normally, crit
Just
is only
saying.
double. I think you, unless you have the critical combat. Is it combat technique or?
What's your drain mind total?
3.
3?
Yeah, unless you have the critical strike combat technique. Technically, you need to roll a 12 for it to be a crit.
I thought you had to beat it by 12.
That's
At least.
if. So. Oh, by. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. That is what it does is what critical strike does is it makes it so if you roll a 12, you also score a crit. So whether or not you beat it by 12. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. No, beating it by 12 is the basis.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I just read it through and I'm like, oh wait, yeah, okay, you're right.
Oh God. Yeah. He'll kind of be like weirdly surprised for a little bit, and eventually, because it is continuing, he will totally just like thwomp down. What's going on? Did I hit my head?
Take the gun. Give it to Haley. I don't know what to do with those damn things.
Yep.
Now that you can kind of see, these are actually surprisingly well put together disguises. He actually was really skilled at disguise.
Okay. Well, I say let's put these on.
Alright, I guess, let me check what a...
Because right now we're affiliated with him.
You are totally affiliated with him. And you also have a trigger-happy guy that would totally like to kill you. Disguise. Ooh, it is a skill. I thought it was. So I can look up what it is. Oh God. I guess it would be body disguise for this one. Because you're trying to, like, put on, like, a costume. Sure.
So, body roll, got it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Not terrible.
That is.
What do you...
Oh, wait. What? Oh, yeah, I got it. Oh, I rolled a 2. Wait, what? That doesn't
Not
seem
at
right.
our body.
It
It should
doesn't look
have.
like it... Oh!
Or is it only rolling one die?
It's roll... No, you got double ones. Haley, is your body 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2 plus your body. So you got double ones.
Okay, yeah. The first number is 2 dice added together.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. you poorly
I don't-
disguise yourself. How about him? He's very unconscious.
I mean, if we're bringing him in, we don't have to disguise him.
Mm-hmm.
If we're just going to be collecting the reward.
Well, you probably get the feeling that they might not want to collect/pay out the reward here very much. They are very, like, kill him and not talk about it.
Yeah, well, we want to take him off world anyway.
Yes.
We just need to get to our... We just need to...
fairly easily be able to find the rest of the cash here.
Alright.
Oh, it's in this place?
Yes.
Okay.
He probably drove up here before he came into town.
Yeah, I thought that was possible. Okay. Yep, so look around, collect it, walk back to town, try and get... I mean, how do we carry...
Is there a way for us to call someone from here?
Sure. Who would you call?
If we could, someone who can quickly talk to Manny.
Yeah. You could probably contact Amanda. Charge the bar there.
Yeah, we'll pretty much leave the money at the shack and just say that Manny's money is at Jonathan's shack.
Mm. Well, I mean, he should probably put you in contact with Manny. You can tell him directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's like, excellent doing business with you boys. Good luck getting out of town. Looks like things have gotten a little worse with the mayor. Doesn't like the idea. Son got killed. Blaming, well, looks like you guys and your little friend there for it. Well, our business is done. Good luck.
Exactly
what I expected out of him. But I wanted to make sure we could leave.
Yep. And yeah, so would it be easier to get back to our vehicle or to just go directly to the spaceport?
I mean, you could go to the spaceport. It is still relatively, like,
He said he had fake papers.
He does have fake papers. And technically speaking, you could use those fake papers with one of these disguises. Because he had 3 disguises out. Though it doesn't quite work as well. Because, you know, I guess, like, he was sort of in between your 3 sizes. Or your 2 sizes. But you can still use his papers if you wanted to.
How tall was he?
I guess if one of you was short, the other was large, he was medium.
Dang it, I almost said medium.
DM terms, damn it.
You guys started with the short and the small and large, so I'm like, oh, okay. That's I have no idea.
It's not so much that I'm super short, I'm about 5'8", it's that I'm scrawny looking.
Yes. That's fine. Well, I mean, you do have paperwork that you could try to use. You have disguises that you could try to use. And you don't technically need to get to his ship, you need to get to your ship.
Yes. Which is slightly more legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually have our own papers saying we're bounty hunters, almost certainly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more like...
Our faces might be plastered everywhere as affiliates.
Well, not as much as it is more like... the cops are probably at the spaceport.
Are you just leaving him as he is, or are you trying to disguise him, too?
Oh, I figure we're going to try and disguise him, too.
So one of you roll a check and try to disguise his self. Because it's not yourself, someone roll me a mind disguise check to get him disguised.
What's your mind? Okay, so we're tied. You have better luck than I do.
Rochambeau.
Sure.
Rochambeau. Good old slow Sky.
Good old rock. Good old rock. Nothing beats that. Okay. You do it. I won, so you do
it.
Damn
it. He won, he gets choice. Alright. He's disguised. That's the best way to say it. He's disguised.
He looks better than Haley.
He does look better than Haley. But I mean, none of you are, like, superly great disguised. But you're decent.
Okay.
Alright, time to put on some good old hooded cloaks and get moving.
Yep.
Alright, you will head for the spaceport. Upon arriving, you will see that security does seem to have been ramped up here. You will have to check in with someone who will get a good look at you. Are you doing anything in particular when you're going up to, like, the person that's, like, kind of checking you in? You know, passing you through into the port area. Checkpoint.
So we're carrying a body.
Theoretically, unless you wanted to do something else with him.
I assume there were some duffel bags around or something like that.
Sure. There had been ones filled with cash.
Sure.
Might be able to stuff them in.
It's $1 million. That's a decent-sized duffel bag, right?
All right. So, yeah, he's probably... You can stuff him in a duffel bag. It's going to be very awkward, and you may have had to break a bone or two in order to get him to fit right, but he'll be fine. He's very poisoned and unconscious.
Break up. Well, okay.
Well, you know, his arm doesn't quite fit. You kind of have to break a little bones.
Pop it out of place, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I more think dislocate makes more sense, but yeah.
Yeah, fine. You can dislocate his shoulders and legs and probably fit him in there okay. He's gonna not feel well when he finally wakes up.
Fine.
At all.
They've got great healthcare in prison, right?
Probably not.
Anyway.
All right, so you're traveling with your large person-sized duffel bag. Well, not actually slightly smaller than person-sized because you managed to fit him in there, and it's very unpleasant for him. If you would be awake.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're at the checkpoint.
So we're at the checkpoint, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a like, we're talking, like, when each person's like, oh, like, can I see your papers? Would be like, yeah, sure. Pull them out with my, like, wallet, drop it, and have, like, my old police badge be shown, accidentally dropping it on the floor, open. Be like, yeah, back when I was in the forest, right? Yeah. Just kind of.
Give me a... I don't know what kind of check this would be off the top of my head. Give me a minute to figure this one out. This is an interesting one. Probably... Just give me a soul check right now.
I felt it coming.
I know.
I'll take a look at your character and see if anything would apply.
I don't want to look.
Not terrible.
Yeah, average. Actually, yeah, it's pretty good for what I have.
Okay. Let me roll something here. Okay, and roll another thing here. Okay. The person kind of like...
That scares me a little bit.
We'll take a few minutes, kind of like look over your paperwork, seemingly.
And the whole point is to, while he's looking over the paperwork, keep him in small talk.
Yeah.
As well.
Kind of glancing up at you. You got a little small talk going, and you're like, fine, you'll be on your way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On our way.
Mm-hmm.
I assume because I have the higher body, I'm the one carrying most of the duffel bag.
Probably.
What's your body?
Higher
8.
than yours.
Oh, okay, mine's 6. I
Yeah.
realized you got...
Yeah. I may not look very strong, I might not have a lot of health, but damn it.
Yeah, I went for a little bit more average just because, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys will make it into the spaceport. Roll me, like, stealth. Both roll me stealth to try to avoid, officers pointing, like, running into them as much as possible.
That's easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Still rolled crap. I don't know why I can't roll today, but thankfully I have good bonuses.
And I have, that's +1 because my variable for blending in.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna roll. Oh God. Okay. And I'm gonna roll one more and one more. Okay. And let me see what you guys have here. You got 14. 5. Okay. All right. You actually do a pretty good job of avoiding the authorities and getting to your vehicle in time, without any kind of trouble. Roll me one more. One of you who wants to fast talk anybody, roll me a soul check.
What's your soul?
My soul is 4.
Okay, I'll do the talking.
The last one just had to be me. This one, yeah, you could do.
Yes. All right.
Same as you.
Yeah, roll some d6s. Okay. You will like run into like one of the guards who sort of stops you a bit, but you're like, you say a couple of things. You say something like, "Oh, is that like who you're looking for over there?" And he's like, "That might be. Thank you for your time, citizen."
Oh yeah, like even though I'm carrying this giant duffel bag, I'm trying to seem like extra small.
Mm-hmm. You will manage to get your ship though, and get on board.
Cool.
All right.
I am a tiny person.
So, from here on out, it is smooth sailing. You can definitely leave the station and head back to a place where you could turn him in for the bounty. But what are you exactly doing? Because...
All right, let's turn it in for the bounty.
All right.
I mean, we will explain when we turn him in the story he told us in confidence. Just be like, apparently, you might want to look for someone else who did the crime. Like, he stole the money, but apparently, yeah.
Well, here's where it probably will come up that they'll probably like, we got the guy.
I figure that might. This is like, and then they'll probably for the rest of the day being like, this is why I hate cops. This is why I became a bounty hunter.
It's like if you could come back with some evidence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I mean, he at least did a crime, but
evidence isn't our job.
No, it's not.
Nope. You can feel bad about it, but he did steal a lot of money for the bank, and he couldn't recover it. Mm-hmm.
Yep. He couldn't recover it, sorry, but we got the guy.
So somewhere down the line, there's probably going to be a bounty on that cash, for those of law-abiding citizens that could return it for a percentage of it. Something like that, The usual. But
I'd rather lose a little money than be dead.
Yep. I think it worked out well. I mean, sometimes you have to.
But you got in a high-speed car chase. You managed to break away from the cops, avoid the situations, get in.
I am so glad I picked up piloting. I was like, is this gonna come up? This doesn't usually come up in games.
It could have been worse. I could have gotten you into like a dogfight or something. Those are in the series occasionally.
Yeah.
But no, this was good. You guys have successfully gotten your bounty and probably have enough to get Slarn a new arm. Yeah.
He's not gonna take it though.
Probably not.
Nah. I mean, it's still like it's a lot of money, but it's still not like it's a lot of money that a lot of it would probably go to fixing up the ship because your ship is kind of old.
No.
It will go away. So perhaps in the future, sometimes, just like with our Full Metal Alchemist series, we've left plot points that could always continue these kind of things. There's a mysterious other person who actually committed the murders, and maybe something involving him will return. Maybe something more.
Same guy from Full Metal Alchemist series.
He survived all those thousands of years. He's totally an immortal alchemist. It was behind the gate explosion. No, okay, fine. Some kind of ridiculous storyline.
Well, if you go with that storyline, then we know we never catch him in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Maybe our alchemist show. No. Anyway.
No. Crossover. No. Anyway, so yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I know it definitely was a little bit of a shorter one today, but I was thinking it would be with us finishing up. We could have gone a little bit longer, but they probably made the most direct route for a lot of their decisions, which worked out pretty well. So
we also started late, so
yeah, we started late, so we're still kind of on our time. Hopefully we'll be back next week with another one. I might say we might sort of take a week or two off that I can try to really focus on finding someone else so that we used to have 3 players and like come back with like a little refreshed coat of paint or something, 2.0. I'll see what I want to do. So we might be back next week. We'll let you know. Discord, Twitter, etc. Why don't you guys give your information, say them where you can find them, etc. We'll go reverse order. Tiv, you go first.
Hi, I'm Tiv. I'm pretty much the Volcon everywhere. Yesterday I was out on Wyrm's game. Monday usually I play games with Wyrm Tantus, but I think that's stopping now. Later today we were talking.
I think it's supposed to switch to Sunday.
It's supposed to sort of be Sunday right now, for now.
Right.
We're not sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we're figuring that out still.
Yeah.
And later today we're kind of talking about playing something, but yeah, that's what we got.
That depends a little bit on if Tiff can get a good nap in, since he didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Understatement.
Wyrm, how about you?
I'm Diamond Wyrm. I am Diamond Wyrm. I'm Diamond Wyrm everywhere. You can catch me on Tentus's channel a couple times, my channel a couple times a week, and I need to do a little bit more streaming myself. Probably do some later tonight, whether or not we do stuff together or not. Yeah, catch me in Discord. I've got a Twitter, got a twitch.tv/DiamondWyrm. Yeah. Follow me places. I do interesting things from time to time.
Cool. And as usual, I am your GM and host, Tantus Dracovin. You can find me here daily. Hopefully I'll be doing something with these guys later on, or I'll figure out the same. Like, if we end up not doing something together, I might do something on my own or something. I don't know. I will not be for tomorrow morning. No morning stream. I'm going to stream in the afternoon because, as I told, if you guys weren't here for my actual morning stream for the brief one I had, going to be busy in the morning with some stuff with the family. So afternoon is when I can be back. I'm not exactly sure when. I'll announce it, Discord and Twitter and stuff. So I'll be streaming probably Stellaris then again some more, because the Shrampian hordes have to continue to conquer the universe. They're the greatest of all shrimps, and everyone must be assimilated. And anyway, you can check my Discord, Twitter, links in the description, along with Patreon if you want to show some extra support, and my YouTube channel if you want to check out VODs or scripted stuff that ends up over there. So thank you everyone who joined us, and we'll let you know what's going on in the future if we're going to be back next week, or take if we have off at all or anything, to set things up. I'll find out. If I can find a couple, at least one person, maybe we'll just be back next week anyway. So I'll let everyone know. Thank you everyone. We'll see you all later. Oh, whoops. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.